In this series, Squishies compete to be the top chef, and you vote on the community tab for who created the best food. Previously on Squishy Top Chef Makeover. Bonnie, you're not the judge. And that's coming from the lemon herself. Thoughts? You voted, and Coco and Bubbles are moving on to the finale. But who will join them? The choice is up to you.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
And hi. Today we are doing Season 2, Episode 2 of Squishy Top Chef Makeover! It's a little hard to do it more dramatic than the way I did it the first time. I mean, sometimes the first time is really the charm, not the third time. If you're new here and don't know what Squishy Top Chef Makeover is, it's a reality TV show food competition between my squishies. The Squishy Makeover aspect of this series is definitely inspired by Mariah Elizabeth and her Squishy Makeover series. In each episode, I pick 3 squishies to compete and create food dishes. You guys vote on the community tab on who made the best food dish. And at the end of the season, we crown a top chef. This is actually the Top Chef Season 1 t-shirt. Let's get started on Season 2, Episode 2 of Squishy Top Chef Makeover. Let's go! In a battle between sour lemons, savory dogs, and mini unicorns, only one squishy can be this season's top chef. Reigning all the way from your neighbor's backyard barbecue, this squishy has a dog in the fight. A hot dog. Sid really does love his hot dogs, and when faced with the question of what to cook, he just had to show us his special secret recipe. Okay, so here we have a hot dog squishy. Although it's brand new, it's actually not that squishy. The eyes. Why is this happening? I don't know why we're adding weird eyes to food objects. The first thing I'm doing for this makeover is just trimming off any of the excess seams, and then we're taking out a squishy donation. This was sent to me via my P.O. box, and I unboxed it. It's a pill, I believe. I'm sanding down both the pill squishy and the hot dog squishy. As I sanded the hot dog, it really started to fall apart into pieces. I'm testing out where the pill should go, and then I'm cutting off a large chunk of both of these hot dogs. My idea for this is to make a double decker dog. 2 hot dogs, 1 family. Is that Tarzan? I feel like that's Tarzan. 2 worlds, 1 family. Yep, it is. Okay. After the dogs have been glued together, we're taking out our puffy paint and just giving a nice coat of this all over the squishy to smooth things out. I've been finding that if I do a coat of puffy paint first, everything becomes a lot smoother. I'm also using the puffy paint to kind of glue both of these hot dogs together. After all of that puffy paint had dried, I took out my white matte paint and gave this whole squishy a nice white base coat. Once the white matte base coat had dried, I took out my white puffy paint again and gave another coat of puffy paint over the matte paint. After everything is done, it just looks better. I don't know. And now it's all white and we're finally ready for some colors. I mixed together this color. It is a bun color that is very similar to the bun color on Sid. For both of the hot dogs, I decided to paint them a very dark reddish brown color. I feel like hot dog colors really vary. Like sometimes they're very red and other times they're a much lighter brown color and sometimes they're very dark brown. I don't really know the differences between types of hot dogs, but I decided to go with this color. The bun felt like it needed a little bit of an orange kind of flair to it to make it look like a real bun. Up next, I'm dipping into this for a chili color. Yes, we are making a chili cheese dog. In hindsight, I feel like I should have made this chili color a little bit lighter. I feel like there's not enough contrast between the hot dogs and the chili. I could have also made the hot dogs a slightly different color, and all of this sounds amazing in hindsight, but in the moment, I was just trying to make a hot dog that was as disgusting as Sid is. Sid is a hot dog, and he's pretty gross. Like, he's sitting in a pool of mustard, he's got hot dogs for ears, he's got relish all over him, and I thought if Sid is gonna make something, it's gonna be gross. Like, we're gonna have chili all over it, there's gonna be cheese all over it, there's gonna be a lot of meat. I've never eaten a chili cheese dog, but I've seen people eat them, and it's always a disgusting experience. I'm sure they taste delicious, but it's really loaded up with chili and cheese, and these are scallions in cartoon form, as well as red onions. The red onions just look like purple dots and maybe is making the meat look like it's slightly diseased, but we can't all be winners, okay? I added my signature as well as some highlights to this absolutely disgusting chili cheese dog. Here's the before and the after, as well as the side by side. I would like to point out to you that I was trying to make something that was disgusting on behalf of Sid. He's gross. Did I go too far and make this the most disgusting thing you've ever seen? Maybe, but oh well. Sid, could you please tell us a little bit about your dish? Wow, 2 hot dogs for the price of 1. It looks gross, but how does it taste? Becca, your thoughts? Glowing reviews from the judges, but will the votes agree? Good luck in the polls, Sid. Before we move on, I just want to say we have Top Chef merch. A lot of it. I am so excited to show you guys all of the merch that I have created for season 1 of Top Chef. I've taken the squishies that came in places 1, 2, and 3 that you voted for and made a t-shirt with a podium that shows Chip coming in first place. And here we have me in some of my favorite shirts. This is the peach one. I really like this tank top. I was trying to make cool transitions and had my mom throw this. She hit me in the face. There's the transition. We have individual chef shirts for each of the top 3, so you can get a shirt with your favorite chef on it. I don't know why I'm posing like this and making all of these random faces that don't really make sense. I also made some pants and a blanket. I'm obsessed. This is my favorite thing because it's so soft. Really great for sleeping and for jumping. And last but not least, I created a beach towel. I am so excited about the beach towel. My family actually just got an above ground pool in my backyard, and I can't wait to use this. If you'd like to get my merch, it's on my Teespring, link in the description. Let's get back to Top Chef. Raining all the way from the magical community of unicorns, Uni is a miniature squishy that might be small, but he's got a big stomach full of french fries. Uni, you're supposed to be cooking this meal for us, not eating it. Okay, so here we have this very, very small squishy. This is a mini french fry. I got it in a pack of mini squishies, and I find it so cute. I sanded this squishy off camera and then added a white coat of puffy paint just to make sure the squishy had a nice smooth coat on it, and then I took out my white matte paint. The white matte paint is much more opaque and can cover the color easier, but the puffy paint, oh the puffy paint, is much better at smoothing things out. I dipped into this fry color, which is oddly very similar to the color the fries were before, but this is slightly different. It's a different shade, guys. It's slightly different, okay?
It is the exact same color.
Same. I'm dipping into this light purple color, which is the same color as Uni, and we are painting the whole French fry container with the purple. After that's done, we're dipping into this dark purple color, and I'm beginning to create a wave of color. Wow, that neon yellow is so bright, and I love it against the purple. I feel like it really just pops. I also mixed together this greenish blue color. I guess it's like a turquoise, Why does turquoise remind me of turd? Turquoise. The last color in this stripe arrangement is a pinky purple. No, this is not a rainbow. So it is not in rainbow order. This is just a random arrangement of colors. We're still allowed to do that, as far as I know. I also added way too many stars and dots to the container because I overdo everything. Welcome, it's just in my nature. And last but not least, I decided to add to the top of the french fries a magical sauce. Because Uni is a magical unicorn, of course, and he would have a magic sauce on top of his fries. He doesn't dip his french fries in any ordinary sauce. No, it's a sandwich filled with jellyfish jelly. Skippity-doo-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, here's the before and the after for these
Magical french fries.
I really like the after, I have to say. I know this squishy is small. Who says the smallest can't be the best? Uni, tell us a little bit about your dish. How did that get there? Ooh, magic. But how does it taste? Simmons, your thoughts? An excellent taste test, but will the... Uni, why are you still eating this? Alright, good luck in the polls. Raining all the way from the lemonade stand down the block. Lemmy loves lemonade, and she decided to make a dish relating to her love for lemons, even though this is a stack of waffles, but we'll see what she comes up with. Okay, so this squishy is actually also from my P.O. box unboxing video. One of you sent this. It says MLM on it, so if you're that person, thank you for sending this. On top, we have an attempt at putting a strawberry on the squishy. I think that was a cotton ball. I think that's actually very creative. I love that idea. But we're cutting it off because it was getting in the way of my design concept. Or rather, Lemmy's design concept. I personally would have never made this design concept unless it was for Lemmy. You see, Lemmy is a very garish squishy. She's very bright in colors and has a lot going on, so I decided to let Lemmy really take the reins in this attempt at a makeover. This is really gonna lean into the way Lemmy looks. She's a lot, and this squishy is gonna be a lot. So prepare your eyes. Now that I have glued together this waffle stack, I took out this very small watermelon. I don't know why I felt the need to say it like that. We're gonna move past that, and I am gluing the watermelon to the top of this stack of waffles. I secured that with a rubber band and let it sit for a few hours until it was nice and dry. Now that everything is all prepped, I'm taking out my white puffy paint and just making sure that the watermelon does not fall off of the waffle. I also put some extra puffy paint to cover up this butter slice. What is that called? A butter, I know it's called something. It's a butter cube. No, butter tab. A tab of butter. I knew I'd get it. I knew I'd get it. And now it's finally time for the white base coat. I covered everything with a white matte paint. And now it's time for some color. Some very bright colors. I know I said it before, but really the best word to describe Lemmy and her dessert is garish. They're just so bright, so showy, so in your face. I dipped into some light pink paint and gave a strawberry sauce to the top of these lemon waffles. Lemmy is a strawberry lemonade character, and she has to create something that is strawberry lemonade in theme. And this is where sometimes Top Chef becomes a bit of a challenge, because bright neon yellow doesn't really look very good on a whole lot of foods. I fully recognize and take full responsibility for the fact that I am definitely creating a giant wheel of cheese. In all honesty, I hated the way this came out so much I almost redid it. But then I remembered the reason I made this channel. I wanted to make an art channel that genuinely showed the process of making art. And sometimes you make things that are really terrible. So yes, this is obviously not the best squishy that I have ever made, but sometimes you gotta make some stinky cheese wheels in order to make some really cute squishies. This is the before and the after for this squishy. I probably like the one on the left more, but when it's next to Lemmy, I kind of like it. a little. I mean, it's kind of fun. Vote for Lemmy to show that the underdogs can have a comeback. Lemmy, tell us a little bit about your dish. Wheel. Lemon wheel. Oh, yeah. I don't get it. I'm shocked you could stay on that. Are you okay? But how does it taste? Chip, your thoughts? Seems like your dish was a bit of a lemon. Good luck in the polls. And here are all 3 of the squishies that the chefs created for this episode of Top Chef. Don't forget to go to the community tab and vote for the squishy you think did the best job and should move on to the finale. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you like my squishy makeovers, I do have a playlist with them linked in one of these 2 boxes. Okay, I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye!
Hey, playing songs on the radio. Sing along.